Hey guys, Garen here. Thanks for tuning in. Today, I'd like to respond to a comment I got on the Power CNC channel about coolant concentration. So we'll make this a style basic video. And I'm gonna do this in conjunction with the Power CNC channel. This is the Power CNC channel. It's a channel that I started years and years ago. Okay, a few years ago. Just to put CNC related content and then keep Power Forge and Workshop blacksmith related or more analog related. You know, some of the stuff I get into on the CNC side, I can imagine just doesn't relate to some of the other people watching this channel. So that being said, I'd like to talk about how to find the concentration of the coolant that you're running in your mill. Attar Axis says, I want to warn you that every coolant has a multiplier, meaning that if you read, what you read on your refractometer is not the actual percentage of the coolant in your sump. Got it. Yeah, I'm tracking that. So I have a refractometer that I'll show you here in a second. I got that probably in 21, 22. It's calibrated to distilled water. And then when I read the actual coolant, I'm giving you a preview here. When I read the actual coolant, it's going to give me a much higher number. In my case, it's right around 7 or 8. And I take that number and I times it, multiply it by something called a Brix Multiplier. In my case, let's see, I'm running TRIM MicroSol 690XD. So for my coolant, the multiplier is 1.2. So whatever I read from my refractometer, I take that, times it by 1.2, and I get my actual percentage. So here is my refractometer. There are many like it, but this one is mine. And as I look in here, I can see a Brix percentage scale. And then it came in this little case. There's a screw in here to do adjustment, to adjust it to the water or distilled water that you're using, so you have a baseline. And then I have a little applicator where I can put a couple droplets on here. It's kind of like when you were in school. You put 1 or 2 droplets on here to make a slide. You press this plastic in to spread the liquid across, and then you look through this eyepiece. I like to look. You can look into a light, like an LED light bulb. I actually like to look outside into the natural sunlight. I find that helps the best. And what I like most about this, it has an adjustable eyepiece here that adjusts to my crap-sightedness. And then lastly on here, you see this little black cap? This black cap, if I pop that off, that gives me access with the little screwdriver to adjust the reading. So without further ado, let's put a drop or 2 on here. 1, 2, that should be enough. I'm gonna set this down so it sticks. I'm gonna look outside. I got my shop door open. Look outside, and that is 8.1. Sharp line. So it's white underneath and blue on top. Yes. All right, so next step. So my multiplier, my Brix multiplier was 1.2. So I got 1.2 in there, I times that by 8.1, and I'm at 9.72. It's within my range. I want to be within 7 and 10% solution. So it's within my range, but it's really hot. And it's been evaporating. My coolant seems to be evaporating a lot right now because it is super hot. I think, July was the hottest summer in these parts for like the last 120 years. So it's hot. I'm going to keep an eye on this because the last time I measured this, it was like 8.5. So it looks like it's going up. So if you find that your coolant, if I find that my coolant is going up, I got to have a little humility here because I don't know anyone else that's machining. This is just me here. So if I find that my coolant's going up, then I want to get a solution that will titrate this number down. So right now, I put about 1/4 to 1/2 the percentage that I would to get, for my full concentration. I think I'm going to do 1/8 to 1/4. I never put water straight into the sump. I always I put 4 gallons of water in my 5-gallon bucket. I add my measured coolant in there, mix it up, and then add that mixture. I'm going to clean this off. I just use a watered down mixture of isopropyl alcohol and water. Wipe that off, let it evaporate, and then store it up again. So let's end with one more way you could approach this if you don't like doing math, or if you don't want to remember your Brix multiplier. If you know your range, you can, with simple division, you can figure out what the number on your refractometer should be straight away. So I want to keep mine between 7 and 10. If I just use division, so 10 divided by 1.2, 8.3, 7 divided by 1.2, 5.8. So anywhere between, let's say, 6 and 8, I'll be safely within that range. It's actually 5.83 and whatever that 8.3 number was. But anywhere between 6 and 8, if I just remember that, write it down somewhere, put it in my case of my refractometer, then I'll know the next time where I need to be, and I don't have to do any math. So thanks for the comment, ATAR axis. Appreciate the comment. Again, future videos, CNC related, SAO related. If they get really technical, I'm going to throw them over on the Power CNC page. And then Power Forge and Workshop will be everything else. All right. Thanks for tuning in. We'll catch you on the next one. Bye.